You can have all the talent in the world, all the potential, all the hype, but if you don't have the obsession to work, to grind, to bleed for what you want, you'll never taste greatness. You see, success isn't about showing up once. It's about showing up again and again when your body screams to stop, when your mind tells you it's enough, when everyone else is resting and celebrating. That's when you keep going, because the truth is simple. Hard work beats talent when talent gets comfortable. And if you want to dominate your field, your craft, your life, you've got to make one promise to yourself. Discipline is greater than motivation. Motivation is a spark. It's exciting, it's emotional, it feels powerful. But sparks fade fast. You don't build empires on sparks, you build them with fire that doesn't go out. That fire is called discipline. Discipline is the quiet strength that doesn't need applause, doesn't need validation, and doesn't need inspiration to show up. It's the power to do what you said you would do long after the feeling you said it in has disappeared. Everyone feels motivated when they start, when the dream is fresh, when the vision is exciting, when the path looks smooth. But then reality steps in: exhaustion, frustration, setbacks, boredom. That's where motivation vanishes, and that's where discipline steps up. Discipline doesn't care about your feelings, it only cares about your focus. It doesn't ask for permission, it demands execution. When you wake up tired, discipline says, let's go. When no one believes in you, discipline says, keep working. When you're tempted to quit, discipline whispers, you've come too far. The world worships motivation because it looks glamorous. Social media sells it like candy quotes, speeches, inspiration reels. But discipline is raw, lonely, and brutal. It's the repetition of doing the same thing again and again until perfection becomes muscle memory. It's missing parties, skipping comfort, sacrificing sleep, and ignoring noise because you've got something bigger on your mind: greatness. Discipline is what turns potential into power. Talent without discipline is wasted. Potential without structure is chaos. You can have all the gifts, all the opportunities, all the advantages, but without discipline, they mean nothing. Discipline gives you consistency, and consistency builds legacy. Think about it. Champions aren't defined by the days they feel amazing. They're defined by the days they don't, the days they train in pain, perform under pressure, and compete against fatigue. They show up when every part of their body wants to stop. That's not motivation, that's mastery through discipline. When you're disciplined, you stop negotiating with excuses. You stop letting emotions dictate your actions. You stop being average. Discipline transforms your mind. It makes you sharper, tougher, and relentless. It teaches you to push through the noise, to outlast discomfort, to outgrow fear. And the beautiful part, discipline creates freedom. It gives you control over your destiny. While others live by moods, you live by mission. While they wait for the right time, you create it. While they seek motivation, you've already been grinding for hours. So stop chasing motivation. Build discipline. Build habits so strong they run on autopilot. Build focus so deep it intimidates distraction. Because the truth is simple: motivation might get you started, but only discipline will get you finished. Remember this: every great achievement you've ever admired was built by someone who mastered the boring, who repeated the hard, who embraced the grind. They didn't wait for the perfect day, they built it with sweat, repetition, and patience. Success doesn't reward excitement, it rewards execution. Don't wait for energy, create it. Don't chase motivation, chase results. And when the world looks at your success, let them know this wasn't luck, this wasn't hype, this was discipline. Your competition isn't other people, it's your yesterday. In a world obsessed with competition, comparison, and validation, most people waste their lives trying to beat others. They measure their progress by someone else's scoreboard. But the truth is, your only real competition is the person you were yesterday. You don't need to prove anyone wrong, you need to prove yourself right. Every single day is an opportunity to outgrow your limits, to improve your craft, to sharpen your edge. You're not in a race with anyone else. You're in a war with your own potential. When you chase people, you set ceilings. But when you chase growth, you create no limits. Because true greatness isn't about domination, it's about evolution. It's about becoming a more refined, more disciplined, more powerful version of yourself every single day. Look around, people love to compare. They scroll through others' achievements and use them as mirrors for their own worth. That's weakness, because the moment you let comparison guide your mindset, you lose your identity, you stop playing your own game, you start playing someone else's. The greatest warriors in life never looked sideways. They looked inward. They asked, did I do better today than I did yesterday? That's the standard. If the answer is yes, then you're winning no matter what the scoreboard says. Stop wasting energy worrying about what others are doing. That's distraction. That's noise. While you're busy competing with others, you're losing time to compete with your own limits. The goal is to wake up tomorrow sharper than today, stronger than today, wiser than today. Every loss you face, learn from it. Every setback, grow from it. Every mistake, improve from it, because every scar is data. Every failure is feedback. Every day is an opportunity to refine your performance. Your greatest enemy isn't out there. It's your comfort zone, your doubt, your fear, your hesitation. Destroy them and you'll find no one can touch you. Don't chase validation, chase progress. Don't measure your worth by applause, measure it by consistency. Don't let comparison dilute your focus. Let it remind you how much you're capable of. When you focus on your own growth, everything changes. You stop being reactive. You stop needing approval. You stop fearing competition because you've already found your purpose. Your goal isn't to be better than others, it's to be unstoppable within yourself. Every day you train your mind to think sharper, your body to move quicker, your spirit to endure longer. That's how true dominance is built, one day, one decision, one improvement at a time. So ask yourself, are you still chasing others? Or are you chasing your own best self? Because once you commit to self-evolution, the world can't keep up with you anymore. You'll become untouchable, not because you're better than everyone, but because you're better than who you were yesterday. That's real greatness. Obsession is the price of greatness. Obsession is a dangerous word to most people. They think it's unhealthy, excessive, even crazy. But the truth is, every great achievement in history was born from obsession. You cannot reach the top by being casual. You cannot master your craft by being balanced. You cannot stand above the rest by working like the rest. To reach greatness, you have to be consumed by it. You have to breathe it, dream it, study it, live it. Obsession means refusing to settle for average. It means sacrificing comfort for purpose, pleasure for performance, convenience for commitment. When you're obsessed, you don't need reminders, rewards, or recognition. You're driven by something deeper, the hunger to be the best version of yourself, no matter the cost. While others rest, you refine. While others doubt, you execute. While others look for shortcuts, you take the long road because you know that's where legends are made. Obsession isolates you, but it also elevates you. You'll lose people who don't understand your grind, who think you're too focused, but that's the price. Every obsession demands sacrifice. You'll give up nights out, comfort zones, and distractions because you understand that success doesn't come from balance. It comes from domination. And here's the truth. People will call you crazy until you win. Then they'll call you genius. That's the paradox of obsession. It's misunderstood by everyone until it works. Obsession doesn't mean working non-stop without purpose. It means being fully invested mentally, emotionally, physically into your mission. It's a relentless pursuit of excellence, a standard so high that even your best yesterday isn't good enough for today. When you're obsessed, failure becomes fuel, criticism becomes motivation, obstacles become opportunities. You start to see things differently, not as problems, but as chances to prove your will. You start waking up before the alarm. You start studying when others sleep. You start refining details that no one else notices because you know those tiny details are what separate the great from the greatest. The truth is, greatness isn't built in comfort, it's built in obsession. Every hour you put in, every repetition, every sacrifice, it compounds. It builds a force inside you that no competitor can match. So don't fear obsession, embrace it. Let it consume you in the right way. Let it shape your habits, your mindset, your destiny, because when you give everything to your dream, life eventually gives everything back. And one day, when you've climbed higher than anyone thought possible, you'll look back and realize obsession wasn't a curse. It was your greatest gift. When you look at the mirror of your life, you must be able to say one thing with absolute certainty: I gave everything I had. Because at the end of the day, it's not about talent, fame, or applause. It's about the grind that no one saw, the nights you didn't sleep, the mornings you didn't feel like moving, and the moments you still showed up when everything inside you said stop. The real test of greatness isn't what you do when you're winning, it's what you do when you're doubted, tired, and broken. The weak quit when they don't see results. The strong keep going until the results have no choice but to show up. You can't control outcomes, but you can control effort. You can't guarantee victory, but you can guarantee work. And if you keep showing up with discipline, focus, and obsession, success has no option but to surrender. You have to make peace with the truth: greatness isn't comfortable. It demands pain, patience, and persistence. It's a lonely road, but it's the only road that leads to legacy. You can't half commit and expect full results. You can't give 90% and expect greatness. You have to give your mind, your body, your time, your everything again and again. There's no finish line, no day where you say, I've made it. Because once you stop improving, you start declining. Once you stop chasing growth, you start dying inside. So keep building, keep learning, keep sharpening. Outwork yesterday, outthink the noise, outlast the pain, outgrow your excuses. Every single moment is a choice to rise or to rest, to push or to pause, to fight or to fold. Choose rise, choose push, choose fight. Because the world doesn't owe you success, it rewards those who earn it relentlessly. When the lights go out and no one's cheering, when you're alone with your thoughts and your reflection, you must know deep down that you didn't hold back. You didn't quit. You didn't compromise. You outworked everyone again and again. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. That's what builds legends. And that's what turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces. So, stop talking, start training, stop planning, start performing. And remember, greatness belongs to the ones who outwork everyone again and again.